Okay, we're here with head coach Jeff Behrman heading into week 3. Coach, before we get a little bit of a review, let's talk about how excited you are to be back at home this week against Oberlin.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. We're looking forward and grateful to be home in front of the home fans. And I know it's family weekend here. We're going to honor our seniors as well. And just to be back in Don Shula Stadium means everything to us right now, especially after being on the road for the first 2 weeks, plus the 2 scrimmages before that. So it's been a long time coming for our guys.
So let's talk about last week on the road, a close loss to a really good Johns Hopkins team. Let's go through a little well better learned about that game.
Yeah, I think, first of all, John Hopkins, really strong program, very well coached. They have really good players. I think I learned a lot about, personally, about our team this year and that there's no quit in them. And I was really proud. The coaching staff was really proud of how they competed throughout the game. And it's a situation, right, in sport where if you get behind early, you mentally could go in one direction, but our team went in the correct direction and battled. I was really proud of the defense getting some stops there. They had some adversity in the second half, and they had some great stops there, forced them to a couple field goals offensively right before halftime. We were able to put 10 points on the board in the last 4 minutes of the half, so that was good as well. Just learning from that, it's been a great week to just focus on ourselves, the technique fundamentals that we're missing in critical parts of that game, and just making sure that we're all playing together.
And then talking about this week about Oberlin, they're one of the lower ranked teams in the NCAA, but how do you guys meet that challenge this week?
Yeah, look, we're excited to play. Like you said earlier, we're excited to play at home. We're excited to play the first contest in NCAC play. I know the commission will be here. Look, it's an opponent that's coming into our stadium, and we got to compete from start to finish. And our guys have been focused on that process this week right now. Oberlin is a team that creates some challenges offensively. They're in empty or 4 wides every single snap, and they throw the ball the better part of 80% or more of the time. So, we're going to have to make sure we're getting a good pass rush and staying in good coverage as well. And then defensively, they don't do a lot, but if they're not in a zone coverage, they're gonna bring one extra guy than you have in your box. So either 6 or 7 guys each and every time with some blitzing. So that's why we've gotten really back to the basics this week and just making sure our fundamentals and techniques were ironed out.
Talking about senior day, you have a really good crop of seniors this year, huh?
Yeah, we're excited to honor those guys and doing it early in the season, better weather. It's just a better situation for everybody involved. That way grandparents can come. We're going to have a beautiful day on Saturday. I think it's going to be 78 and sunny, so we're looking forward to that. And you're right. It's a group of guys that, for some of these seniors, I'm their third head coach, in the time that they've been here, and they've stuck through it, and they've battled and gone through quite a bit of adversity, but they're much better for it. And, we have some transfers that have joined us since we were here. We'll honor them as well. And I think just as a group, they've done a lot for John Carroll football.
One of those seniors, Owen Schukert, the second I'll say AFC, a Good Works team member in 2 years. You got to be really proud of Owen and all his community service work.
Yeah, we're really proud of Owen, and he's well deserved of this honor. And certainly, Matt Rather having that first distinction for John Carroll football player last year was incredible. But then to follow it up with a back-to-back guy in Owen Schukert. And just a story about Owen, after we announced last year that Matt Rather was on the AFCA All-State Good Works team, he came up to me and said, "Coach, I want that to be me next year." And that's, like he said, I don't want to be selfish and sound selfish here, but that's a big honor, and that's something that I really will strive for. And so I was really happy for him to put in the effort and put in the work and to be recognized for it.
Awesome. And with this weekend, of course, it's going to be a really festive weekend. You mentioned the NCAC kickoff. That's going to be fantastic. And we talked about Senior Day. But in terms of the Gridiron Club, we have a really festive weekend planned. We're going to honor, of course, the legendary coach Nick Restifo, class 1973. And we'll have a really nice tailgate. How excited are you for the Gridiron Club to be back in action here this weekend?
Yeah, no, it's great. And so many guys have just put in so much time and effort into this with Kirk Gabram and Dave Rastoka and Jim Mitchell and so many others. But excited to bring everybody back together, allow guys to re-engage and reunite together. I know they're looking forward to it. They've been here throughout the week already getting things ready and prep for Saturday, and then certainly, as you mentioned, the being able to have the seat of honor, I think is a great tribute and a great honor, and getting that started with Nick Restifo, I think is correct. So God rest his soul, and we're looking forward to bringing his family here and honoring them as well, and just making sure that it's a great day for everybody that's here at Don Shula.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks.